Sometimes it's the artwork that does it for you. Sometimes it's just the artwork that does it for you. You see it, you know it, and you get it, right? You just see it, and it's just an attraction thing, right? And sometimes there's a brewery that just all of their artwork, they have their own style, and you see it and you grab it and you want it no matter what it is, especially if the beer's good. This is a can of Under the Cover of Night Barleywine style ale with pie crust, pecans, and vanilla beans. 12.5% ABV, brewed and canned by Abomination Brewing Company, North Haven, Connecticut. 2 North Haven, Connecticut breweries in a row. Artwork by Sam Heimer. He does all of their artwork, and it's all phenomenal. Buy some of his artwork. The link will be down there in the descriptions. You need to buy some. I just ordered some, and it's going to be on my wall upstairs where I do my editing. I love it. It kind of has that Lighthouse feel to it. You know, a little William Dafoe, a little Robert Pattinson, Batman, Vampire Man. Just very cool. The shadows, the darkness, the dots, the lines. It's all very cool. Barley wines. It's been a while. I don't drink a lot of barley wines, but you know what turns me on about this barley wine? Pie crust, pecans, and vanilla beans. Big one too, 12.5% ABV. Let's check out this beer. Let's crack it, let's pour it, look at it, smell it, taste it, see what it's got going on. God, look at that beautiful caramel copper color. Look at the fancy glass. I was like, barley wines sound fancy. They deserve a fancy glass to be drank out of. I don't know if it's the proper glass, but it's the glass it's getting. And that's how we do it on Half-Ass Beer Review. Let's see if we get some of those pecans, some of that pie crust. Let's see what we get out of this. A little bit of caramel maybe. Oh, big pie crust. Big pie crust on the smell. Some sweetness in there. A little bit of that bready, like that barley. Some of that big barley smell in there. Can't say there's much vanilla on the nose of this. Vanilla and blueberries are something I have a hard time picking out, at least in smell. Blueberries in taste, but not vanilla in taste usually. A little bit of nuttiness. That pie crust is in there. It smells really sweet, very sweet. That barley smell is coming in very strong. You're getting a big maltiness out of this. I'm actually really excited to be trying this one. Don't get a lot of barley wines. I have a wheat wine in there from Founders. That's maybe next week, maybe this week. I don't know. We'll see where the night takes us. It's some pretty big ABV beers tonight. As always, on Half-Ass Beer Review, we do little drink, big drink. Cheers, everybody. Very nice sweetness. That vanilla's right up front. Then come the pecans, the pie crust, and that really nice barley maltiness. It just resonates through your mouth. Everything's working really well together. This is a very odd style coming from Abomination Brewing Company, at least in our area. It's usually just the double dry hopped IPAs and like the flavorful stouts. This is the first time I've seen something odd from Abomination Brewing Company. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. Even after the drink, I'm just left with a little bit of that sweet pecan, almost like a candied pecan feel in my mouth. Super solid, caramely, just that sweetness in there. I'm gonna take another drink, and I wanna take a lot of more other drinks. Yeah, okay, so this is one of those like surprise beers where you're smelling it and you're like, well, this isn't presenting anything like outstanding. You're like, this might just be like a mid style beer, or you know, you don't expect anything big out of it, and then you take that drink and all those flavors are just hitting home. One of the best things a beer can do, especially a beer like this, is just like leave a good resonating taste in your mouth, and that's what this one's doing. The pecan, like the candy pecan, the vanilla, that maltiness from the barley, the pie crust type thing, it's all just resonating in my mouth, and I'm really enjoying it. I just kind of want to sit back and sip on this one, which I think I'm going to do right after this video. I might take a big old break. between this and the next one and just really enjoy what's going on in this glass. Would I ever buy this beer again? Yeah, I would. And you need to buy it if you haven't had it. As far as barley wines go, this is pretty solid. I don't have a lot of experience with them, but this might be one of like top 3, maybe my favorite barley wine I've ever had. This one's just really solid. I said it before, Abomination Brewing Company does really good things. Their New England style IPAs are just phenomenal. And I think they're one of the best that are doing it right now, especially with their juicies, especially their juicy IPAs, their dank IPAs. All of it is just really solid. Their Fog series and all of that stuff, it's just top notch. And now I'm getting a taste of all their other beers, and they're just as good. Probably one of my top 5 breweries that I want to see at the beer store. Maybe you've been waiting. Don't wait. Buy their beer right now. I would buy this again. I'd buy a 4-pack. I don't want to share this beer with anybody. Like, yeah, it's 12.5, so you could probably split it with a friend, but I don't want to share this with anyone. I want to drink this one all to myself. Now, that's going to do it for this episode of Half-Ass Beer Review. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out a barley wine from Abomination Brewing Company with me. This beer is delicious. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had a good time. I know I did, but I'm getting to suck in this sweet liquid. Before we go, check out my friends at Banter and Babble for the best pop culture wrap-up every week. King Cuddles for the best wrestling on streaming. And 7 Dungeons, the best Dungeons and Dragons around. Only in the 7 Dungeons realm would a dude summon a dragon, think he's just going to start a fire on this stick, and then start a forest fire and cause chaos for 2 episodes. I'm enjoying it. If you want to know, the link's down there, and you need to check it out. And always remember, drink what you want, drink it how you want, and have a good night.